Fishing bridges can be one of the best ways to find success inshore. Although it's super productive, it can also be very daunting and very difficult. There's a lot of structure to contend with, and typically, bridges are areas of high current. On today's episode of How To, brought to you by Right Angler, I will be the host and I will be showing you how to catch nice fish on bridges. In this episode, we were fishing the infamous 7 Mile Bridge in the Keys, and we were able to produce a bite using a Charlie's Worms twitching shad paired with a red-eye jig head, and all we were doing was using the current to sweep that jig. Let's get into the video, and if you enjoy this content, please don't forget to subscribe. What is happening, guys? Welcome back to another Right Angler how-to series. Today we are in the beautiful and scenic Florida Keys. We have a big storm overhead and the sun is starting to set, but we have been on an epic bite, and I wanted to discuss exactly what we've been doing. So we've been using heavy jig heads from our Right Angler jig head kit. I'm using about a 3/4 ounce or a 1 ounce jig. It's about 13 to 14 feet deep, and we have current sweeping towards the bow. The hero of today has been this twitching shad. This is a Charlie's Baits twitching shad. This gold color has literally been getting hit nearly every cast. And while I normally would never use this here, and I actually didn't think to do it until today, so we're always learning, it's because I typically use this in much shallower water with a 3/8 ounce or a 1/8 ounce jig head. It's a small paddle tail. But I said, you know what, these fish are kind of munching on shrimp. This has kind of a shrimp color and profile. The twitching shad has a notoriously loose tail, so it's really erratic. Put it on this big jig head out of our jig head kit and have been crushing it. So what am I doing? We have current coming towards the bow of the boat, kind of like sweeping into us, and I'm casting up that current. And what I'm doing is what you call line watching. I'm watching my line to see when it hits bottom. And I could tell right there that it hit bottom because I got some slack. I'm giving it one twitch and I'm waiting for it to hit bottom again. And there we go, guys, right there. That's a good one, and I got to get it out of the structure quickly. Right there. Instant. We got to get her out of the structure because these yellow jack go crazy. They seem to get a second. That's what happens when you rush a fish. They seem to get a second wind. But anyways, we're doing our line watching technique. So again, I want to reiterate, casting up current, watching that line to see when it hits bottom. If you have a lighter, more sensitive rod, you could use your rod tip, but I actually switched to a heavier rod because I kept getting broke off. And because of that, I don't have as much sensitivity on my rod tip. So I'm watching, twitching once or twice, not even retrieving, only retrieving my slack. I'm letting the current move the lure. And as the current moves the lure, it goes up and down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. I've been getting them both side. It'd be cool if I could get one both side for you. I can feel the bottom, and that's a no-go. This twitching shad's a little on the rough side. I'll try to fix it, but this is actually my last one. Another thing you guys can do if you want to sound a little foolish like I consistently do when you're learning how to jig, I used to do this a lot when I jigged the Northeast. We're talking like 40 feet deep. I'd count out loud. I'd count about a second to half a second per foot depending on my jig size. So I'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're down. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2. It starts to teach you how to do that in your head, so then you don't sound foolish, and that's when you kind of get a rhythm. And when you're jigging, you can kind of count in your head and you can know, okay, my jig's on the bottom, because there will come a day where it's super windy or the current's super strong and you're unable to feel that jig. So these are amazing baits. They work for pretty much any inshore species that you can catch. I mean, literally anything. Tarpon, snook, yellow jack, jack crevalle, snapper. I mean, we lost it. You name it, it works. So that's how you use Charlie's twitching shad. Big old jig head, 1 ounce jig head, also made by Charlie's. It comes out of their red-eye jig head box. And yeah, I'm gonna just pitch it. With this big jig, it gets down there easily, but it's just, I thought it would obstruct the action because of how heavy the jig. But I'm gonna work it erratically. The twitching shad has like insane tail action. It's basically a paddle tail style fluke. So many little horn bellies. Did you see that? Got hit again. Every cast I get hit. Thing is with these twitching shads, like a lot of smaller stuff will eat it. So I like caught a snapper on it. Those horn bellies were following it. Some big yellow jacks are following it. I've caught plenty of snook on it, plenty of jack crevalle. Haven't got a chance to really, ooh, just got hit, to really throw it at tarpon or anything, but I want to. Has such a light tail, I like to just be crazy with it. We're gonna go slower. Slow was the key. That's a good one. Still a yellow jack, but that's a good one. That's a good yellow jack, dude. Oh, wow. Slow and steady wins the race today. I switched up my retrieve like just a hair. Oh God, it's like so close to the structure. Look at this rod bend. No.
Got you.
Ah, it's on the structure. Was that a yellow jack or was it a big jack crevalle?
Grouper maybe?
I gotta do it again. Oh no, we're down to 3 twitching shads.
Uh-oh.
That jig, it fell. Coming up, so I mean, maybe that was it. I don't know. There we go. Fish on.
Got him?
Yeah. A snapper. Not a horrible one, but not a keeper. See, go back to the depths.
Right.
Here, let me go over you. Yeah, followed it in again. I love this thing, man. This thing is my favorite inshore lure. I just don't like using it here because I normally use like a 3/8 ounce jig head.
Yeah.
This is absurd. I had a hit. I had a 1 ounce head on this tiny little tail. There you go.
Got him?
Yeah, I got him.
Nice.
Look, they're following him. There's so many followers. Look at that. I got the small
followers.
one. There's a bigger one there right next to him. Check that out, guys. On my favorite inshore lure, which I haven't thrown much because it's so deep. I normally throw it with a 3/8 ounce head. That's not going to get down in this current. On a Charlie's Baits twitching shad. It's basically like a paddle tail style fluke, but yellow jack. Going back. They followed this in every single time they followed this in. Every single time. That one ripped it, but to be honest, that may make the action more erratic, so I want to keep it going. Got it. Good fish, another jack probably, but not as big. I tightened up my drag so I don't get worked. I think we're gonna land this one. It's a good yellow jack, wow. God, they go so hard. Every cast on the twitching shad, every single cast. Look at him digging the structure again. All right, she's done. Get in here. Whoa, whoa. It's a decent yellow jack. You kept that snapper?
Yeah, I kept it.
Should we keep this guy?
Sure. I didn't bleed him yet, though. I just threw him in there alive.
Well, just throw him back.
There he is. Fish on.
Winky. That thing just ate it as the current was carrying it a little bit. Wild. That's when you know they're just thick and fired up, when your bait's just dragging and they're eating it on the bottom like that. If you've ever fished with like a light soft plastic, like a shrimp or like something like this twitching shad for a big school of snook and heavy current, and you just let it literally just float across the bottom, you almost don't do anything and they suck it in, you know, like that's when they're just fired up. Good fish, good yellowjack probably. Got some weight to it. Yeah, brought her up quick this time. We got the heavier gear, guys. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh my gosh, never mind, scratch that. Oh my God, this is what happened multiple times. Oh God. Guys, scratch that. I don't think the jack knew it was hooked. This is one of my favorite days, bro. In the boat. Just a chunkier one. Guys, check that out. What a beautiful fish. Heard they're great table fare too. Guys, I'm a dweeb. I have nothing else to say. Just comment below if you think I'm a dweeb. Thank you so much for tuning in, and if you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe. You can pick up any of the gear that I used here on rightangler.com. Again, that is rightangler, RITE.com.